Oh, I've got one cloud right there, and I've got one tree, just the top of the tree. Come on. Oh no. It just can't be. Gotta be kidding me. We're just gonna do this. I can't fool with it. Oh my goodness, you guys, I didn't even get my drink. I have like 5 minutes to do this. I'm already in the sun, and then that's gonna blind me. I can only back up so far. So, you know, I just want to cry. Sometimes you just, you know, you just need to have a girl cry, you know, every now and then. When things just, I get an inspiration to share, and then it's windy or the sun's hitting. You know, if I had a studio, I'd just go in and flick the power on and flick the light on. I just wanted to share my harvest. I've actually had these for a couple of days in my, beside my chair, hoping that's not in the way of the camera, what I'm going to show you. So, I just wanted to start by saying that I saw this video yesterday. It was a content creator I wasn't familiar with, but he was doing a video on time just seems to be speeding up, and I cannot even believe it. It seems like I just did this ferment and posted that picture a couple days ago, and I looked on here and it says 6:23, and today is 6:29. That means 6 days. Okay, I'm going to save that. We're going to test that in just a minute. This is the lemon cucumber. And so what I'm doing, I saw in one of my comments, somebody said, oh, we just did 12 pints of pickles. And I'm going, oh my gosh, I'm not there yet. Let me just go through my basket real quick and see if we can get through this. I just clipped this comfrey. And comfrey has a very strong smell. You either like it or you don't. But somebody mentioned that I could do an infusion of comfrey leaves, and it would just be really good for my skin. You know, growing new cells. And I'm going, I want to grow new cells. The cells I have are kind of old. Okay, so anyway, that's for that. I'm going to do an infusion of that. Okay, so this morning I harvested, this is, well, I've got some calendula flowers here, and I harvested a few of the little onions. They're not supposed to be little, but I just grabbed them. Some are growing larger than others. I'm just happy to have a fresh onion, you know? Oh wait, that's for my stir fry. Those are my gloves. I just brought all this stuff in, and I wanted to share with you what I'm going to do. So these onions, I'm going to cut the, you know, basically the bulb, and I'm going to put it in a new ferment. Okay, so that's going to be that. And then I harvested more lemon cucumber this morning, and I thought, okay, I'm going to make a ferment of the lemon cucumber, and I'm going to put in, I just had one little sweet orange pepper, so I'm going to put that in there. And you know, you just put it into cubes, and if the cucumbers are really big, you can kind of scoop out the seeds in the middle so that you're not just eating seeds. And then some of these cucumbers are a little older, and I wanted to point out that you need to harvest your lemon cucumbers before they get sort of a brown yellow color, because now they're working on their seeds. You can leave one of these on the vine, and then just at the end of the season it'll be brown and big, and you can use that one for your seeds. So let's see, this is all sorrel. So I'm gonna also make a stir fry for breakfast, and that's sorrel. And in my stir fry I'm going to put this squash blossom, and that's for the ferment, and that's for the ferment. And so I've got one little pepper, I've got one or two, maybe have another one inside, jalapeno. So I'm going to do jalapeno, onion, and pepper in my ferment, which will be like that. And then I've got some mint. I've got so much mint. I've got 6 different kinds of mint. And I've got only 2. It's getting really down to the nitty-gritty on the asparagus. So that's going in the stir fry. And I've got just a handful of little cherry tomatoes that will go in the stir fry. One of these onions will go in the stir fry. These calendula flowers will be dried on my table on a paper plate. And then I think that's all the goodies. Oh no, I thought maybe, there goes a cucumber. I thought maybe anise hyssop might be interesting in my ferment. So I may try that. We'll see. So that's all of that. And then here, let's see, that's the mint, squash blossom, and I have Sharon's garlic chives. So I just clipped one of those, and I'm just going to cut them with my herb scissors, you know, and just sprinkle that over the top of my, I'll either do a stir fry or a skillet, you know, an egg skillet with vegetables. And then I also have some cardinal basil. So that will be breakfast. And we'll set that out of the way. And I just wanted to, you know, when it gets to be harvest time, it's just exciting, okay? Remind me to lean back. Okay, so I may just scoot back a little bit. Come on. No, I can't come get you. So, let's see. So we covered the comfrey, so that is going to go into a jar with extra virgin olive oil, and that's an infusion. Usually takes at least 2 to 4 weeks in the window, or you could do it on a candle warmer. Could do it that way. And there are my gorgeous lemon cucumbers, and I wanted to test because, oh, it's getting bright. Come on, where are you? Where are you, shade? Well, we'll just do this real quick. My hair will probably go white. And it's really nice because there's no, none of that yeast. I forgot the name of the yeast that sometimes forms on the top. I just cannot believe it's been 6 days since I did this. It's incredible. There's the weight. The weight had pushed it down. And all I put in here was garlic, and that's garlic. I don't want to eat that. I put garlic. I think I put 4 small garlic cloves and some basil leaves. That's good, but you know, I almost feel like it could go a little longer. To get a little bit more of the ferment, you know. And so that's that. And then I just wanted to show you what I'm working on. We're about to get blasted. The reason I'm rushing is not only the light and the microphone not working. The microphone card is full, and I know I have at least once eliminated that, cleared it, and I can't figure out how to do that. And that would require reading the directions and all of that stuff, which I don't have time to do. So I'm hoping this sounds okay. I am cleaning my garlic. So let's just get you beautiful things out of the way. Well, actually, let's have a picture, shall we? Let's have a picture. Where is it pretty? Right there? So we'll put that down there. And this is literally a basket I bought at a thrift store for a couple bucks, but it's a real strong basket, so I love it for garlic because if you do a lot, it can get heavy. And this represents about 1/3 of my garlic, way more than I need. but I'm cleaning it up. And this much I've cleaned, and then this, you know, it has already cured at 70 to 75 degrees in the garage for a few weeks. And then I'm going to sit inside because by 11 o'clock it's going to be 90 and I won't be able to go outside again. I've already had one shower, and I do have to go out and lock up my hot wire and everything like at 6 o'clock. So that's going to be difficult because the hottest part of the day is between 3 and 4. So there's not enough time for it to even cool down a little bit before 6 o'clock. But if you're observing circadian rhythm, as I am trying to do, you got to get up at 4, which means you've got to go to bed at 8, which is before, well, we've already passed the longest day. So 8 o'clock is about when it gets dark. And you know, there's a big cloud. If it would only rain, you know, with all of that rain, those 8 days of, oh, there's a cool breeze. Wow. No idea what I just dropped. No idea. Okay. Cool breeze. It only rained 1.25 inches. And yesterday it was supposed to give us another 1/2 inch, or maybe it's only another 1/2 inch for the rest of the week. And it's going to be in the mid 90s, which is going to be feels like of over 100 probably. So how do we make it? Wow. I mean, I know some people have it all together and they're all prepared. They've got their solar and they've got their backup generators and they've got everything. And I wanted to get a window unit, but if I'm going to get a window unit, I need the proper kind of power generator to run it, you know, connected to solar panels, etc. So it's that hasn't happened. So I just have to hope and pray that I don't lose power during this blistering week. It's the humidity that's so bad. You know, you can stand 95 degrees in Phoenix because it's so dry. I don't know how long you can, but I mean, one of the first trips I did over there, and I did a lot of videos, and I'll put the link to my Phoenix videos right here. I did those in 2017 with the help, the aid and assistance and booking and driving me around with Jack Davis at Epic Yard Farm. At that time, she was still at her first iteration, her first garden, 1.0, and now she is in much bigger garden, much more, well, it's just much bigger. And so much more responsibility, more plants, the whole, and 2 dogs since I was there. So yeah, things have changed over there. And so she just had an amazing fig harvest. Oh, she posted that on, I don't know if it was Facebook or Instagram. I get to watching and then I don't remember which one I'm on, and since Facebook owns both, or I should say Meta owns both, in addition to WhatsApp, and who knows what else, a lot of data centers, you know. I never know which app I'm on, and a lot of people don't have all that social media. And a lot of people are posting on Facebook and Instagram in support of their channel, and I just don't have time. So anyway, that's what's going on. That's what's going on today, and I'll get this up for tomorrow, Tuesday, and that will be the last day of June, and it will be really, really hard to believe how fast it went, you know? I mean, it seems like just 2 months ago I was debating on planting that garden down there, and it is done. It's done. I actually put in one little sprout of a pumpkin in the potato row, and so it's got plenty of room to spread out and do its thing, and it would just be amazing if it actually grew and it had pumpkins in October. Let's see, I've got July, August, September, so that's 90 days. That's pushing it. Maybe November I could harvest them. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching and being with me and putting up with all of my shenanigans. I hope you subscribe, click the bell for notifications, scroll down and click all so you won't miss all the excitement, all the fun, and all the challenges here at the Late Bloomer Homestead in Tennessee. God bless. See you next time. You know what? I think I could use a little heat in my stir fry. So let's get over here and get us a pepper. That's a Peruvian chili. Yeah. For complete fermenting instructions, go to this link.